why are you running for the Fairfield Council?
I just feel Fairfield needs a fresh new look on things, needs a fresh person in there.
How long ago did it take? When did you decide that you running for council was the thing you needed to do?
About a month ago, I decided that I wasn't just going to sit around and complain about things. I was going to get up and try to change things.
Okay, excellent. All right. What about your past experience? Do you have any community experience, working in government, anything that might give you some background in being on the city council?
No, I haven't had any. But just like the way the nation's looking, there's a lot of people out there that don't want status, you know, somebody that's been doing it. They want somebody fresh in there that might be able to change the way things are going now.
So you actually could think maybe that your lack of any experience is actually a good thing, that maybe you bring a whole fresh new look toward it, that you're not...
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, what are the three biggest, whether you want to talk about the three biggest problems in Fairfield, or three things that you're most concerned about in Fairfield, what do you see as things that council's got to address right away?
Well, the main thing is our credit rating has dropped in the past 2 years from an A2 to a Baa3, which is pretty close to being the lowest you can be. We have to get that fixed. That's the main problem.
Okay.
Our water and sewer rates keep going up, and then now we're wanting to get the new sewers done, and so the rates are been going up again. I'd like to find maybe a different route we can go than, you know, raising rates up too high.
If there's a way to get what needs to be done without bumping up rates, you want to explore that.
I would like to explore any and all options we have. And the biggest thing is the spending is just, we built a new pool instead of using that money to go towards the sewers and and then, you know, we had a pool. It's in great, you know, good condition. The kids could have kept going there and just push that back a couple of years.
Right.
Get the sewers done with the money that we put. I know we didn't put it all in. There was a lot of money, but we did put some in, and that money could have been spent on...
Better spent on something more practical. Okay. Let's see. Low income and moderate income housing's been a concern for some in Fairfield for a while. What are your thoughts about the housing situation?
It's few and far between, and what you do find isn't really the greatest, but your rate, their rent they're asking is just going, thinking they're in California when we're in Iowa. So
is that something the city needs to address, or is that just market forces that...
I think the city can help with, I don't know exactly how, but like I said, we need to look into different ways that we can help and try to push it to where it's not as hard on people trying to live in the city.
Okay. And we talked a little bit about the financial situation with the credit rating. You feel like that's a top priority. Is it something? Do they need to dramatically cut spending? Do they need to find a way to raise some revenue? What's your take on that?
Another thing, I mean, we just bought brand new police vehicles, and we didn't do it just one at a time. You know, it was just all at the same time. I think we should have went a different way with that. Maybe one a year or one every other year and phase it in that way. But I think the spending is our biggest
thing. If
I
get what you're trying to say, you feel like the money's there, that it just needs to be spent in a different way.
And, and not just the city council needs to control where everything goes and not get pushed around on where it goes and when it goes.
Okay. What do you think are Fairfield's best assets? What about Fairfield makes it a place worth living in?
We have jobs here, but we need to influence more companies to come in and to add more jobs.
Okay.
So that's one of the assets. It's a great community. You have a big, diverse community. You can't really find a small community like this, but having such a diverse, you know, you can go to New York or whatever, and they can have maybe the same types of people, but not in that great volume.
Right.
So I mean, it's a great little town. Only thing is, it feels like it's kind of stagnated over the years. It's still at about right around 10,000 people, and it seems that we're not bringing too much people in.
Okay. I feel like you need to increase the population.
We need to increase population.
And that goes to our last question here, which is development and economic development revitalization. Certainly, you just said that we need to have some population growth.
Yep.
Is there something specific? Is there some industry you feel like that you could look to bringing in that might help that, or?
Well, it could be many different. We have different types of businesses already in Fairfield, more than I thought when I moved here.
Right.
But I'm not looking at any certain business, but I'm just looking at something that could make people stay and also make people come.
Right.
Move to Fairfield and find out how good of a little town it is.
Right. Okay. Is there anything that I have left off here? Anything else you want to say about running for council or why people should vote for you?
I just feel I give a fresh perspective on things. I may look at things a little bit different than other people.
Okay.
I've had different types of jobs where I could maybe look at different ways than just the status quo of the way it's been running now.